Raja here, and I am back with another video. Sorry if I'm really quiet. I'm super freaking exhausted. Like, I've just had so many appointments and dentist trips and like different things going on, and it's been a lot, and the week hasn't even started yet. So sorry in advance if I just seem like really blah, but that's just what's going on. So this is going to be a call center story time. If you guys are not familiar with my call center series, I highly advise that you go and watch those videos first and then come back and watch this video. I've said this before that the series is coming to an end. I mean, I've been working there for 3 years. I have tons of videos, but the reality of it is that I ended up quitting or getting fired, kinda. I don't know whether you would consider me getting fired or me quitting. It's pretty much up to you. But yeah, I mean, fact of the matter is my time there had came to an end, so these stories cannot go on forever. So this is not the last story, but it's come to an end. It's coming to an end, okay? So this is basically the time where somebody else stole something from Ratchet Corp. There was another incident, the first incident where somebody stole something from Ratchet Corp, but this incident is a little bit different because it was somebody who I actually like knew. So yeah, if you like my story times, please give this video a big thumbs up. And yeah, let me just get right on into it. So I'm not really sure around what time period that this happened at my time at Ratchet Corp, because literally now what I'm doing as the series is ending, I'm just kind of wrapping up any type of like loose ends that I may have forgot to, hold on, let me get my ass up, that I may have like forgotten to add into the story. So not really sure what time frame this was in, but we're gonna call this girl, we are gonna call her Celia. I don't know why, I just see a Celia hair bag over here, so we're gonna call her Celia. Celia and I actually went to college together on some random fluke shit. I don't know how we ended up working together at Ratchet Corp, but we did. But we ended up going to college together. We actually dropped out at around the same time because it was just too much financially, as well as the school was closing, so it's not like we could really get much out of our degree. So she left first. She left the semester before I left, and then I left the semester afterwards, whatever. So I had been working at Ratchet Corp for maybe 2 years at this point, actually, because I remember this was like my first year in loss prevention, and that is when Celia started working at Ratchet Corp. And at first I didn't really pay Celia any mind. I doubt she even remembered me because it had been like what, like 3 years since I was in school at that point, and I don't know, I just doubt that she remembered me, even though we really did hang out. Like, we used to go on the roof of the school and smoke together. We used to hang out outside of class. We used to go get food. Like, we would actually hang out, but it wasn't, I don't know, like, I don't know, I just doubt she remembered me. Finally, I ended up seeing her. We were breaking at the same time, and you know, I went up to her and I was like, hey girl, how have you been? Like, how the hell did you wind up here? And she basically just said that she saw the job posting online, and yeah, she just started working here. And she also was about to have a baby, and which was kind of shocking to me because when I knew Celia, she was like a lesbian, but she said the only reason why she was a lesbian is because all the dudes that she was talking to really weren't for her. So when she came in and said that she was pregnant, I was happy for her. I was like, that's dope, but I understand how you're pregnant, you need to get that extra little bit of income so that, you know, you can take care of your baby. Like, it's whatever. So whatever job you did, fine. I don't mind you for just, you know, coming up and working at Ratchet Corp, because you need some money when you have a baby. So she basically worked in customer service, and sorry, I just had to cut and like just refresh and just make sure that I would have not already told this story. So I just went back on the playlist and just like made sure I didn't already tell this story. I did already tell a story about somebody who had stolen, but it's not this girl. But I just wanted to make sure because I didn't want to be, you know, I'm kind of tired. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't telling the same story twice. But okay, back to what I was saying. So yeah, you know, we finally interacted for the first time at the job, but like I've said in other videos, it was kind of hard for me to interact with people that were not in my department, and she was in customer service, so it was kind of just like I saw you when I saw you. If you needed help, you can chat me. I'll try my best to get it done for you. Like, just stuff like that. She probably got hired there like around like August or something like that. Like around August, July, August. And like, she didn't come in like during like, well, it was peak season, but not like during like Christmas rush. So, and around Christmas rush is when this incident went down. So it was like, I want to say October, November-ish, when my supervisor came to me and Steven, I think that's what I called him in the videos, my other coworker in loss prevention. My supervisor came up to Steven and I and was basically just like,
hey, I want you to look at this employee account because some stuff is just really fishy about it.
Now remember in the last video, the one that I thought that, you know, was the same story that I got mixed up. The last video, it was mainly just the person using a whole bunch of like coupon codes and stuff like that. But this was a little bit more complicated. And when I saw the name on the account, I was like, oh shit, that's Celia. And Celia has a very unique last name. So I was, well, it's not unique, like, but you just don't see people with that last name. Like, you usually see that word as something else and not a last name. But I was like, damn, like, she's stealing, bitch? Like, she's stealing? I would have never seen her as the fucking type to be stealing. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put my judgments, you know, and my emotions in front of what's actually being presented towards me, because this is obviously very fishy. It looked like it was like a gift card scam. Like, it looked like a gift card scam. And if, for those of you who don't know what gift card scams are, it's basically when somebody takes a credit card and they put money on a gift card so that there is no trace of the person whose credit card they took, and then they use the gift card to buy products. And every single order that Celia had was a gift card, right? And the things she was ordering looked very fraudulent. Again, things that you would not buy at Ratchet Corp, things you would probably buy at the mall, or, you know, they probably have a whole store for this product they're trying to buy. And like, it just looked very fishy. And while me and Steven are digging through the account, lo and behold, the police show up outside. And I'm just thinking in my head like, damn sis, why? Like, why? And of course I gotta be the one that's looking at it. And in my brain, I kind of wanted to be, what's the word for it? I guess kind of give her a heads up. And I know that's bad, but it's just like, I just wanted to kind of figure out like, what is going on? Did you really do this? Like, what's going on? So I knew that the police were outside and they were gonna come into the building, and I had already given my supervisor all the information that he wanted from me. Like, it was pretty obvious that she was using gift cards to buy very high fraudulent items, but at the end of the day, we can't really prove that somebody didn't just give her a gift card. Like, we can't prove that she took somebody else's card and put the money on a gift card. Like, we cannot prove that. So I already knew that like she wasn't gonna get arrested that day. I knew she wasn't gonna get arrested that day, but you know how the call center is, bitch. You got people gossiping, you got people,
oh my god, who are they gonna arrest now? The cops are outside, oh my god.
I go to the bathroom, and on my way to the bathroom, I like scurry over to customer service and I go to Cecilia's desk, and I was like, yo, what's going on? And she just looked at me because she knows what department I'm in. And I just looked at her and I was like, yo, what's going on? And she kind of looked at me as if like, I can't even explain the look. It was like for a split second she looked scared, and then she went like reverted her face to normal, and she was just like,
oh girl, it's nothing, you know, it's nothing, blah blah blah.
And I was like, all right, well, I hope you know the cops are outside.
Yeah, but it's nothing, blah blah blah. And
I'm like, okay, cool. But I just wanted to talk to her to see like what was going on, because I already knew that they most likely were not gonna have anything to put on her, because if there was evidence against her that could put her in that cop car, I would not have stood my ass up and went to her desk. I would have just sat where the fuck I was at, and I would have minded my own business, because at that part you're interfering with an investigation. But I knew from the evidence that we had, she wasn't getting in that fucking cop car. So as I was walking away from her desk, I did see the cops come into the building and they walked towards her desk as I was walking towards mine. I don't know what happened on her end after that because I didn't really stay to be nosy, but you know, I went back to the loss prevention room and I started talking with, you know, Steven, and I was just like, yo, like, I don't really think they have anything to get this girl with. And he was like, to be
honest, I don't think so either. Like, it's obviously looks bad, but at the same time, it's like we have no proof that that's what she's doing, because for all we know, somebody in her family could have just given her a gift card and she went and bought items from her job because it's cheaper.
So it wasn't anything that was just like blatantly stealing, because at least the other girl, she had all those coupon codes. Like, she was blatantly stealing. You know, the cops leave and that was that. The whole fiasco died down in XYZ. Now, Steven is one of those guys where he has a very good memory. Like, I have really good memory too, but when it comes to like looking at people's orders, he has very good memory. So I want to say like a week went by and I saw Cecilia and she was in the break room, and I was with Steven and Vontae in the break room, and Cecilia was in there too, heating up some breakfast. And Steven is looking at her and he's just like,
I don't know, bro. Something just ain't right about that hoodie she got on.
And I'm like, what? Why it ain't right? He was like,
because I just know that.
Oh, and I forgot to mention this. This is very important. I forgot to mention this. Her excuse as to why the orders were made with gift cards is because she gave family members gift cards and they were buying stuff through her Ratchet Corp account so that they can get the discount. So her whole thing was, you know, she was buying them gift cards and they were purchasing items for themselves through her account and she allowed it, right? So it wasn't like a breach of security, like she allowed them to do that. But then he just kept saying, like, this day, he was like, yo,
that sweatshirt, like, something is rubbing me the wrong way. Like, wait till we get back to our desk. I'm gonna look something up.
So he goes back to the desk, and all you have to do is look up somebody's first name and last name in the system. And he looked up her name, and she had on, like, her whole fit that she had on in the break room, not just the hoodie, but she was wearing the whole fit of one of the orders that she had. And he was like,
didn't she say that her family would buy stuff for themselves and she's over here wearing it?
And I was like, yeah, I mean, it is fishy, but I mean, shit, like, she could do whatever the fuck she wants with her clothes. Like, I don't know, like, it really was fishy. But she never got fired from Ratchet Corp for stealing, even though her account activity was very, very suspicious. She was wearing shit to work that was on the account that was purchased with suspicious gift cards and stuff like that. Like, you know, it was just really weird. But I mean, you can't really try to what's the word for it, blame somebody for something when there's no proof. Like, you can't really call somebody a thief when there's no proof. You can't say that somebody was stealing when there's no proof. Like, just because somebody is showing a certain pattern that somebody who would steal probably would have, doesn't mean that they're thieves. And, you know, nobody in the department ever knew who Cecilia was. Like, if that makes any sense, like in loss prevention, everybody knew that somebody had stolen, but nobody knew who she was. We never spilled the beans or anything like that because there just wasn't enough proof to get her locked up or get her in trouble or get her fired. And it just kind of was hard for me to even imagine that she would steal, just because the girl that I knew, I just wouldn't take her as that type of girl. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Sorry the story is so short. I know some of you guys know that I'm going into surgery on Friday, so I might not have 5 videos this week. I might only have like 3 or so. I'm not really sure, but tomorrow I also have to go back to the dentist to get more shots and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what's going on this week, but I did give you guys a live drive tea, so I don't want to hear it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments below if you have ever been accused of doing something but there was no proof and you got off free, whether you actually did it or you didn't. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.